hydrate power. You're in the dog zone for an hour. Come on. You know the number. 1-900 hot dog. 1-900 hot dog. 1-900 hot dog. Yeah, 9,000.
Welcome to the Dog Zone 9000, the official podcast of 1-900hotdog.com. We're the last website doing funny articles, but we don't run ads, so you have to go to patreon.com/1-900hotdog to subscribe. I'm Seanbaby from the internet, and my partner was a quarterfinalist on Meet That Beef, but due to his performance, it is now illegal to call him a hunk in California or Nevada. He's Robert Brockway.
The Brockway buns laws. Just fucking politics. It's woke. You can't even have your buns out anymore. Here's a Brockway fact. I was once the lookout for a high-stakes Beanie Baby heist, and it ended in death and tragedy. Like all of my Brockway facts, this is true, but you can have no follow-up question.
Damn it. That's okay. I read about it in this magazine. You've heard our guest, maybe here, but also in video games and shows and international commercial campaigns. She's voice actress, La Suprema Actriz de Voz, Fryda Wolff.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for having me. Can you imagine if that was my default voice? That was like...
It's not? Oh, I feel lied to.
But that was free voice work.
Yeah, that was free voice work. In your face, we got it. Wait, I haven't been recording any of this. Fuck.
Oh, good. I can pump up my levels again. Be right back.
Creak. Clop, 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 clop. She did. She's doing her Foley work. Wait, did she think I was serious about...
There's that creak.
Was a lot of dedication to a bit, or there's been a misunderstanding.
Well, are we starting over or not?
No, we're not starting over. I was just
my
totally
God,
kidding.
I'm so gullible.
We got the free voice work. We got the free Foley work of the heavy door and the clomps.
And that bit that you were... I guess it turned into a prank. It was a bit, and now it's a prank. Sorry.
Yeah,
for
we're
the
going to
prank.
get you kicked out of the union for all this free work. Like, you're in a lot of trouble now.
Yeah, you don't have to do any real research if you have me on a topic I'm not knowledgeable about. Just tell me anything and I'll believe it. Then I'll post about it, and then I'll start a blog and a podcast.
Perfect.
Hey, that's what we did.
That's what we're doing right now. We should do some plugs. Fryda, do you have anything fun you're working on that you should plug?
Survival, having things to look forward to, putting on pants on a daily basis, remembering to wash my face. No, nothing. I mean, I'm an actor. I'm unemployed 90% of the time. As far as stuff that's coming out, also no. Cool things that I can't announce yet because they're not announced. And there was that fun actor thing of like, well, did they keep me? We'll find out when we see the credits.
Right.
No. Just continuing to wake up every day and dealing with it. But
And
other than that, no. Thanks for asking.
Still never COVID?
Still, my husband and I still never COVID. We're
Amazing.
really boring people. We still wear masks indoors and eat outdoors. We're spoiled. We live in Los Angeles where the weather is very temperate. And even when it's very cold, it's like never lower than freaking 50s. And there's a burner and you can drink. And it's just we're spoiled. So yeah, still 6 years on. I get I'm part of a ongoing COVID survey study from Johns Hopkins. They send emails every, 6 months or something, and they're still like, still? Haven't had it? Really? Yeah.
Amazing.
So we don't know
I also have not had it.
We've been sick twice, and each of us have had independent colds twice in 6 years. But also we don't have children like you guys do. So you're fucked.
He doesn't, but I have enough for all three of us. I got sick 6 times this morning.
Sean got my kids in the divorce.
Brockway, you don't have kids? Why do I think you have kids?
One of my kids is definitely Brockway's. The crazy one is definitely Brockway's.
I don't have kids, and I've never had COVID also.
What?
This is a largely COVID-free podcast.
Wow. Yeah, I get it all the time.
I've been sick a few times, but I test every time. Always negative.
We're just not cool.
So that's your plug is not getting COVID. Don't get COVID.
It's not even, you know what? It's not even cool or a challenge anymore. Like, I'm also one of those nerds who still like reads the wastewater reports. You can tell if there's COVID in the poopies water, and if you sign up for your local health department, they'll send you the poopies water report, and you can see influenza A and B in there as well. COVID never came back. Like, it stayed really low and stable over winter, and it's already doing the funnel up before spring break. It's like,
that's
it's
good.
not that it's done. It's just in the background because so many people passed it back. It's like when everyone had herpes in the 90s. So many people passed it back and forth. That's not even impressive anymore or special. Just it's a
you
kind
think
of everyone.
You're so cool with it, but no, it's not that
No,
big
it's
a deal.
weirder to not have had it at this point. So
So you read the wastewater report. I only subscribe to Nextdoor, so all I know is when a DoorDash deliverer isn't white. But I'm up on that.
oof. But no, flu is much worse than COVID. So don't like it, even it just so it's so 6 years ago. It's so uninteresting now.
It's like the herpes of the 2010s.
Well, this is awkward because my plug is for COVID. I was really excited to plug it. Well, we're just shit talking it this whole time.
That's a great plug.
Go get. I guess I can promote my book instead.
That makes more sense now that
I do have a new book. It's called "I Will Kill Your Imaginary Friend for $200." It's doing shockingly well, and I don't think that has anything to do with my promotional efforts. If anything, I've got to be hampering it. Let's see. At the time of this recording, it has been out 6 weeks or so. It is on its 4th printing. Has hundreds of reviews already. Seems to be holding steady around 4.5 stars. People have decided, totally independent of me and my threats and my blackmail, that this is a good book. Probably shouldn't have gone to prison for it. To be honest, the prison is more about the arson than the book promotion. I really just talked up the whole book promotion thing. I figured I could, motivate some people, but it's fine. Prison is fine. Try prison. If you are a member of the U.S. government, any member of the U.S. government, try prison. We do crafts in here. You'll love it. My plug is for prison. Try
I got
prison.
the sweater you knitted. It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great time.
Doesn't
they
fit.
limit our internet access.
Way too small. My buns are hanging out.
I work out all the time. I mean, that's all intentional. You gave me your measurements.
Brockway, I gotta ask, how do you feel about the audiobook version of your book, and do you feel AI could have done it better?
I really love it, and absolutely not. Like, she did such an amazing job, especially like ascribing the voices to every character, that like you genuinely, a lot of people are saying, I thought this was like a full cast recording, because she just can absolutely disappear in a voice. And I make her do some wild goddamn voices in that book. I had to send my poor voice actress Troom videos and be like, you gotta find this madness, and like, this is the pitch. And she, God bless her, she did it.
Did she do like a weird accent?
Yes, she did the weird accent and the crazy speech patterns and the like oscillating voices. No, AI would never have stood a chance in hell. And the audiobook is great. Support humans. There's my plug. It's for humans.
Oh, great.
There we go.
COVID, prison, and
Hire
humans.
humans.
There we go. Humans. Give them a shot.
Tell you what I like in an audiobook besides the human bit. Truly, as someone who consumes art, like less so now, but when I, in the pre-COVID world, when I was driving to work, now I mostly record from home, but when I was commuting a lot and also working out at the gym, I would always have an audiobook on. I like voice actors who make choices of judgment. It's not just doing voices, because like, first of all, everyone thinks voice acting is doing voices. It's not doing voices. You're acting, and the way you act modifies how your voice comes out. But it's making choices and judgments. So it's not just, he said chuckling, he said chuckling. Just those little bits that make it more alive. Or also when the actor is just sort of like is imposing the judgment of the character. However they feel about the thing or the person they're talking about. That makes all the difference in the world. And I cannot imagine a robot making choices, because a robot has no feelings or taste and cannot make those judgments. There's no oscillator button for that. They keep telling you there isn't, but there isn't one. So I am very happy to hear that you are happy with your audiobook, because not everybody feels that way.
I love that we
I am
have you
happy.
on, and you have so much expertise on that subject. And today, we're talking about Beanie Babies.
Not using any of it.
Yeah, it won't be useful at all. Did you have any Beanie Babies? This would have been about the time you were probably still in Scientology private school, huh?
With your sister, Sean. Your sister. That's how I even know you in a weird circular. That's a story for another podcast.
Yeah, I guess that's not how we know each other, but that was a fun surprise when you were over and you saw a picture of your high school classmate on the wall.
Yeah, between Scientology and video games, the world is incredibly small on the West Coast. No, but I think I'm not that I'm like so punk rock, but there are very few trends that I got to participate in because I had very stingy elderly parents. My father was born in 1925. My mother was born in 1940, and I'm 44 this year. You do the math. It was weird. It was like being raised by, grandparents, but who also didn't want to be dumped with this kid. So they did not shower me with like whatever toy du jour was happening. I got to observe it as an observer. And I like that very few people. I was just asking my husband, Joe. He's 6 years younger than me. But he's also like, he's lucky. He doesn't get stuck in wiki potholes. I get stuck in wiki potholes all the time because I love avoiding things I need to do. He didn't know what Tulip Mania was. If you don't know what Tulip Mania is, you can look that up. But unless you're a history nerd, you're not going to know what Tulip Mania is. So this generation's Tulip Mania is Beanie Babies, or rather, elder millennials, Gen X, understand Beanie Babies. This generation, Labubu's.
Sure.
It's whatever
or crypto
thing
or whatever
that previously would have had no value. But if you can produce a lot of, or even maybe, sorry to say it, because there are some that are made after me, but Funko Pops. A thing that for its parts has no value or emotional attachment for people whatsoever. But if you make it into shapes and then you can push it with marketing and you can ascribe some sort of, it's the limited edition, it's scarcity brain in the same way where you're like, oh, sure, there's a bunch of unicorn, whatever. Oh, no. There's a bunch of bear, say Beanie Babies, but this unicorn is a special limited edition and it's in a certain color. Now it has like scarcity value where people are going to fight or perhaps murder each other for it.
Please.
I just think every generation, because there's always a grifter too, and every generation there are showmen who will be grifters, who will come up with some crap that we didn't need, that will ascribe value to it, that will try to make the most of it, and they'll move on to the next thing. And this is also how I feel about AI or so many things. As someone who voices commercials for a living, a commercial is selling you a solution you didn't need to a problem that you didn't have until you heard this commercial. You didn't know you needed this, but now you need it. You should be embarrassed, ashamed, feel less than whatever. That's how I make my money. It tastes delicious. Sometimes less than others.
Why I
anyway,
have 50 garden weasels.
Yeah. So no, I think Beanie Babies and anything like it are always relevant. It doesn't always end up in murder or bankruptcy. Has anyone died for Labubu yet? I don't know. They would have live streamed it by now.
Yeah, I think I would have heard about that.
Working on it.
My wife got into those. She has. I don't know. People have fun with that kind of stuff. Beanie Babies was kind of next level though. It's okay. So I did an article recently that sort of opened my eyes to something that's going to sound obvious after you hear it, but Beanie Babies are kind of a bummer. And I say that, and I want to emphasize that, like, you have no idea how much of a bummer. So I bought a stack of magazines off eBay called Mary Beth's Beanbag World Monthly. It was originally called Mary Beth's Beanie World Monthly. Can you guess why it was changed?
They sued?
Exactly. She and her publisher were separately sued by Ty Warner, the CEO of Beanie Babies. It had no effect on her love for this man. So she kept producing the magazine. With any press release this company put out, she would reprint it. She would spin it in their favor, no matter what the circumstances. Like Fryda was explaining, we know that Beanie Babies were sort of this cautionary tale of speculation economy. Like, at a glance, you instantly recognize it for what it is. These things are worth nothing except for the limits of a collective imagination, which is plainly going to fail one day. And no one learned anything from Tulip Mania. No one learned anything from Beanie Babies. We keep recreating it with NFTs and multi-level marketing and cryptocurrency, and it's all stupid imaginary money for idiots, and the idiots dumber than them That's what everyone knows. But what I discovered is Beanie Babies itself is crushingly depressing. And we're going to get into that. It's going to be torture. You'll love it.
What did she change the magazine to? What was the name that after she got sued?
It was Beanie World, and now it's Beanbag World, which is...
That's a real different vibe.
It really is.
That's like a lot of disappointed hacky sackers buying that magazine.
It is inherently misleading. She could have just left it like Cute Beans Monthly, just something that let you know what it was without saying beanie.
Yep.
Yeah, small animals that you love monthly. I don't know. There's not a great way to do it, but beanbag is like the saddest way to do it.
Yeah, it's like she translated into Hungarian back. Hey, bros.
It's like,
do you like your beanbag monster babies?
Calling it a beanbag is like specifically taking all the magic out of it so that somebody would look at it and be like, oh my God, it is just a beanbag.
Right. Yeah, Sadness Monthly. So it came out in 1997 because of this woman, Mary Beth Sobolewski. She just loved these beanbag monsters. It sold almost 200,000 copies in its first issue, which was a lot. It'd be insane now, but back then it was pretty good. And then it more than doubled in the second issue. And so they started running it quarterly, and then very soon they ran it monthly. For almost 4 years, they just were pumping these out. And they are like fucking 300 pages long each. These things are the thickest magazines. So you're probably already seeing a problem with running a monthly beanbag magazine. There's no fucking news ever about these things. The news for Beanie Babies was they came out, people bought them. And so what these magazines ended up being was any fucking celebrity who touched one would get a 4-page spread. These articles, they're like apocalyptic, and I'm going to read some to you. I have December 1999, and the reader mail section has multiple poem parodies. One of them is a half a page long. I'm not going to read it to you. I just want you to know what happened.
Can I call a shot?
Yeah,
it's an easy shot.
Okay.
This isn't Babe Ruth pointing to the home run. This is Babe Ruth like pointing to the pitcher and being like, "You're going to catch this," coming right at you. There's something about Beanie Babies and Y2K. Like maybe worried about Y2K. One thing's not going to go offline. It's this Beanie Baby.
There's some stuff there's a lot of Y2K stuff, but no, these are all Christmas poems.
Okay, that's all. I just want to know if there's a lot of Y2K stuff in the Beanie Baby magazine. That's all I want to know.
It was a few months before Christmas, and all over the land, the new beanies were released and were in hot demand. You can just extrapolate the rest of that poem yourself. It is tragic.
Did you ever see any like fan fiction in these? Just like people making up stories about, because I mean, in thinking about it, like, you know, us three collectively grew up with like 80s cartoons, and all 80s cartoons were only developed for two reasons. One, cocaine. Two, to sell merchandise and toys.
Yeah,
and it's kind of a wonder, I don't remember, was there ever a show? Was there ever any kind of like animated show or anything?
I don't remember any lore.
It's not like
really
they needed to,
point.
but isn't like the natural evolution is like if you start with a toy, then do media versus media and then a toy?
I don't think they did. And you bring up an important point that like you talk about those commercials, those cartoons that were just commercials, but those had so much imagination and they were so like evocative, and you could imagine what those toys, how to play and what those things do. You could kind of picture He-Man and Battle Cat in their off hours, you know, making sweet love, whatever you're imagining. But like they had voices and personalities. These bears and cats and things, they don't do shit. I mean,
we just figured it out for ourselves because you know what it was. Those cartoons and toys were marketed to children. Beanie Babies were not. Beanie Babies were not being bought up by kids. They were being bought up by adults who did not have a certain diagnosis and perhaps hadn't discovered trains and were collecting them for coping or addiction purposes.
Yeah.
I mean, oh my God, you know what fits perfectly inside model trains? As though they are designed.
Little cute bears.
Fill them up with Beanie Babies. They fit right in the chairs, right in the conductor's caps.
Tear them creatures open and pull out their bean insides. Fit even better in the trains.
Weirdly, I'm pretty sure, I'm having a flashback. I'm almost certain there's a Labubu movie coming just because I see it as a thing to capitalize on before it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at least that's something. At least there's I don't remember there being any lore to Beanie Babies. Nobody ever like told you, oh, this is Busy Bear or whatever, and he's he's an accountant and he hates his job.
Yeah.
Like it was never. They didn't get a backstory.
Right, I found it. Paul King to direct Labubu movie for Sony.
Okay. My baby daughter watches a little Labubu video, and there's something like they creep around this world of rainbows, like with their weird grins, and you kind of get the idea they're stealing and eating children, but like they're doing stuff. You're like, okay, I get
doing something.
Yeah.
They have a purpose. Whereas Beanie Babies were just very like kind of generalized designs in the way where like, again, people of a certain age remember Lisa Frank folders and Trapper Keepers. And they were sort of like, you know, a zebra blowing bubble gum, wearing headphones, dancing on a rainbow. Like there wasn't necessarily a narrative or a story there or any sort of like sequencing in the merchandise. It was just sort of like almost what we would consider to be AI stuff now, where it's just random shit thrown together. And no disrespect to Lisa Frank, because any of those images, like, you know, when you were a tiny child outside of middle school, you couldn't do drugs yet. So you saw those and you were just like, wow, this is the closest I can get to hallucinating, right? Yeah, like it took you somewhere. I mean, it was to the point where like, I went to private Catholic school up until high school, and Trapper Keepers of that sort were completely banned because they were too distracting. The visual drugs were too strong for the Catholics.
That's funny.
Can't look at the pictures. The still image is too distracting.
Too much
to the
imagination.
children.
Too enriching.
Too much stimulation from this still image.
Well, there is no imagination in these letters, I guess. To answer your question, there is no fan fiction or fun to the letters. Like people write in and they're just like, I got a bear. I think it might be fake. By like, I think some of them are electric bills. I think they just print whatever they get fucking sent. I do have a letter here on page 36. I want to read you. Piccadilly tag. I just bought azalea, trademark. But upon inspection, the tag reads Piccadilly, trademark. What happened? Does that raise the value? And then they write, Dear D, in general, mismatched hang tags on Thai products do not raise the item's value. Mistagged Beanie Babies and Attic Treasure plush items are becoming more commonly found as production and distribution levels increase. That's the standard format for a letter. Someone thinking they got a jackpot, like when you get a misprinted stamp, like that's very valuable to stamp collectors. Beanie Babies are misprinted so often that all these nerds think, oh, I got a jackpot. This thing is fucking wrong. There's a typo on this. And then this magazine says, no, there's typos all over these things. They don't care. These are bad toys. It's weird. They're popular.
And we've dedicated our lives not even to them, but to covering them, to doing journalism based on them.
The other thing I found while I was doing this article is that you sort of picture Beanie Babies like, oh, that's a blue one and that's a pink one. But like, there was a lot of like there's a Princess Di bear that's very famous because that was very expensive. There's a lot of them dedicated to dead people or diseases or tragic events. So
whoa. Disease? What diseases? Leprosy? What? Like there wasn't an HIV Beanie Baby, was there?
There was some AIDS bear. 100%.
That's so gauche. That's so not okay.
Okay, but I got one that says it's an HVI baby. How much is that worth?
That's actually worth a lot of money because that's the cure. That's how you cure a bear of AIDS. It's very amazing. We solved that here. Jamie, we can cut all this.
That's never going to happen.
Okay, so let's talk about the news. Let me skip to the news section of this magazine. And, the first one is called Halo Goodbye. And it's about this woman, and she included a picture of herself with her little bear. And the bear's name is Halo, and it's dedicated to the majesty of Jesus Christ. It's a god bear. And so this woman was so moved by the Thai corporation making a god bear that she's like, you can never retire this bear. This bear must stay in stores forever. And so she started a campaign to keep it in stores. Fryda, can you guess what happened?
Hold on. So she started a campaign to keep it in stores. Was it just not moving in the stores?
No. What Beanie Babies, their business models, they put out the bear for like a few months or a year or whatever, and then they retire it. So they don't make any more, and that's what causes the secondary market to go crazy. So she was like, please never retire this bear. I'm just saying, do you think you know the ending of the story?
Can I steal if she doesn't?
Sure.
No, steal, yeah.
They sued her.
Close. They ignored her and retired the fucking bear. So this is this is a follow-up to a 3-page feature they wrote a couple years earlier where she was really excited about this. And then here's the aftermath. Is now
Well, she should be goddamn thankful she got away without a fucking lawsuit.
that's true. It could have gone way worse for her. The next one is about Beanie Babies scammers getting caught. A 58-year-old woman who used Beanie Babies to get donations for a fictitious dying child has been sentenced to another 100 hours of community service, this time for shoplifting food. So it wasn't the beanie crime that got her. She just stole some food. It's actually very, very legal to use Beanie Babies to swindle children. That's the whole
Also,
business model.
Look, don't publicly shame people for stealing food.
They did.
Like, you're the bad guy.
Yeah, if you see
Officially.
someone stealing food, no, you didn't. But if you see someone stealing a Beanie Baby, make fun of them. They have a problem.
Yep.
Yeah, you still don't turn them in, but just like, I don't know, slap it out of their hands.
Yeah, just be like, you can do better. Aim higher.
I mean, that's what I should have done on that heist. I have a lot of regrets about that.
She was, if this changes your opinion, she was already on probation after being convicted on one felony charge of collecting money under false pretenses in a beanie scam. So she had one count of beanie scam.
I mean, as long as she's scamming people like that own and love Beanie Babies and not the other way around.
I agree completely. It's like you lost your money to Amway. It's like, okay, but like, it was Amway going in, right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
This is all a scam. This is
Yeah.
like you're asking me to sympathize with like an NFT grift, like somebody. You're asking me to sympathize with like Seth Green in this situation when like no, I don't know who stole that Bored Ape NFT from him, but I'm on their side. Whatever crimes they have done, they have my support.
This is a news article called "Bad Beanie Checks Get Collector Jail Time." It's about a 49-year-old man who was sentenced with time served to 23 months in county prison for writing a $352 check for beanies.
Okay, he deserves that.
He bounced a check to buy beanies.
To buy Beanie Babies.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Convicted.
Are we legally allowed to say that, or is he in prison for beanbags?
I think he might be in prison for beanbags. We don't want to get sued.
Beanbag crimes.
Convicted beanie, trademark scam leader, dies. Eldred Proctor, half of the couple convicted last year of scamming 90 beanie collectors, died in early September from throat cancer complications. So that's just
We're celebrating
just fucking petty vengeance.
Celebrating the cancer death of beanie-related criminals?
This is the leading hobbyist magazine. This is like they're fucking Nintendo power.
When we say fandoms are toxic, this is what we mean.
Yes.
It always
though.
ends this way.
That's something else to be like, yeah, fucking get him, throat cancer.
they
We're
died.
on throat cancer's side here. Holy shit.
It's fucking grim. And the rest of the news is all just rewritten press releases from the Thai corporation. So there is an interview next with a popular teen opera singer who Google tells me made a less successful attempt at a pop music career. We're not going to read that. But just to give you like the level of celebrity that they got a...
Does she like Beanie Babies? Or
Kind of.
Just...
It doesn't say much about the Beanie Babies.
I'm aware.
I think her mom had one. I to be honest, I skimmed the article. I was looking for pictures of her with her amazing collection, but no, she's just like, she touched the world of Beanie in some way.
And now she's going to die of throat cancer. Because that's what these things give you, folks.
That's exactly right. We solved it.
I'm having an epiphany. I feel like maybe like the silent and greatest generation, so that's the people who preceded my parents, the people who preceded boomers. I feel like their method of coping with abuse was collecting precious moments figurines. Mm-hmm. And then the younger boomers to elder Gen X's way of coping with abuse was collecting Beanie Babies. Like, that's how they just funneled their trauma, was just like, if you could just get enough of the precious moments in the Beanie Babies, they could reflect back to you, the childhood that you would have liked to have had. There's something about that.
It might be why they all tend to skew towards sadness, why they made so many Beanie Babies about tragedies and diseases.
Did you guys watch years ago? It's got to be more than 10 years now, but there was a Beanie Babies documentary, like on Netflix or something. Did you guys see it?
Yeah, I found it in my research. This woman was in it a lot. Mary Beth Sobolewski.
Oh, okay. I remember watching it, and I knew about the setup and the murder, but the more interesting thing that I retained is I just remember Ty being the guy, the Beanie Baby guy. I just remember him being like a literal Willy Wonka, sad, private, to himself weirdo who was just like intensely just unreachable socially, very childlike, like, you know, every, like, Robin Williams in Toys, just like that classic weirdo who was probably very disturbed for whatever reason. And just sort of, you know, shared his coping method with the world, which resulted in more tragedy and weirdness.
Just trying to communicate the, like, madness and abuse in his life through, like, creating tiny beanbag animals. People were like, I fucking love these. Like, what?
It's like, no, okay, but don't look at me, please. Like, this dude was ill-prepared for a public life. I found something about this opera singer. It says, she's accomplished much as a performer, but lacks one thing many teenage girls have, a large Beanie Baby collection. She loves...
So she specifically does not.
Specifically has a below-average number of Beanie Babies.
And that's why she's in the magazine, folks.
Yeah, that counts as Beanie related. There's a feature called A Wizard with Words on page 96. It's about J.K. Rowling, and I read the entire thing. I don't know if she knows what Beanie Babies are. It is 2 pages introducing you to the most famous author on the planet, who obviously now we all hate, but like at the time, what are they doing?
I get it. She seems like she has a Beanie Baby vibe to her. Like I would have just assumed in the 90s, like you're the kind of person you were involved with murdering somebody for a Beanie Baby. Like that's the vibe I got off of.
Yeah, if it was like 1999, if you were at her house.
I was not a Potterhead. I'm one of those like weird hipster assholes where if too many people like a thing, I'm like, oh,
Sure.
It can't be good. And I was like that about Harry Potter from day one. So I was a Harry Potter fan #1 before it was cool to hate it. And then even before Rowling came out as anti-trans, I was like, read another book, please. You're embarrassing my generation. Anyway, I have ingrained... I never sought anything about her out, but I have ingrained in my brain. She did like a 60 Minutes interview or something a while back. And I remember the softball the interviewer tossed her was something about like, how can you possibly choose what to merchandise or what to say no to when it comes to branding Harry Potter? And she had a little think and she was like, the weirdest thing they ever asked me was for peanut butter. As if like... peanut butter was like too weird, left field, gauche, or lowbrow, but all the other shit that she agreed to put Harry Potter on was fine and noble and upper crust. I don't know what the fuck she meant. But for something about like peanut butter was just too low a peasant line for her to cross with her brand.
Potter butter? You think they call it Potter butter?
Peanut Potter? Peanut.
I mean, it couldn't be Harry butter.
It's Harry Butter. You're right. It's
Harry Butter.
Harry Butter.
Harry Peanut Butter.
Yeah. So gross. Yeah, but I do think Brockway's right that she has that Beanie vibe. Like if you're in her transvestigation room and she's like circling all these ladies' necks and saying, I know it's her. Like you'd be wondering, why aren't there any Beanie Babies around here? Like first and foremost.
I would assume there would be a whole room and I would assume, I don't know where this is coming from, but I would assume that room used to be her dead child's. And I assume it's now full of Beanie Babies.
100%.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't know why, but that's just the vibe. That's the very specific vibe I get from J.K. Rowling.
And she's got a whiteboard of terribly racist names. She's like, I've got this black character. Martin Luther slavery? I can't. I'm trying to come up with something.
Nah, that's the Beanie Baby name. That's one of the Beanie Babies. You can't use that. TM.
Keep all this in, Jamie. We're really sticking it to her, finally.
It's about time someone did.
Okay, so page 100, they start talking about they talk about counterfeiting a lot in this magazine. We're going to see if you can answer these counterfeit questions. You're working together as a team. Question 1, I sent 2 bears I bought online from reputable sources to an authenticating service. I was told they were counterfeit, based solely on the fact that the fabric was wrong. You always say that there will be more than one thing wrong with a counterfeit. Is it possible these are not counterfeits? What do you think the answer is?
No, they're not genuine.
Oh.
Yeah, I would assume they're not genuine, but like the Beanie Babies were never made from silk. You know, they were never made from like expensive textiles. From the jump, they were very cheap materials, which is why they turned such a profit. So, I mean, just as someone who like, I'm not rich, but sometimes I like to pretend, and I'll watch. I do like watching videos on learning about fast fashion, the production of luxury goods, and sort of what makes what. Like, for example, something that stuck with me. There's a video you can find on YouTube of like someone who works with like designer buyers talking about like how in the same way where people are like, you used to get in the 80s, everybody owned those luxury cable knit sweaters that when Harry met Sally, and now they're all flammable and they feel like shit and they feel like glass on your skin. And it's true because of how fashion has devalued. In the same way where like up until the 90s, jeans were great. And now cheap jeans versus expensive jeans, the difference in quality is marked. For example, and this is like inane stuff that you don't think about if you don't work in this business, like the zippers. And I shit you not, once you notice stuff like this and you love being kept up at night by minutia, take like either cheap jeans versus like more expensive jeans, or even like a cheap bag of any kind, you like backpacks, purses, whatever, next to a very expensive or designer luxury one, and feel the difference in the zipper, whether it's chunky and it gets stuck or it's buttery. Shit like that adds up. But Beanie Babies, like I could see it in maybe this, let's say the stitching or the stuffing, or if it smells like formaldehyde is how a lot of things get dyed black. If you get a pair of jeans or like a denim jacket or even a black t-shirt and it fucking stinks, it's formaldehyde. You're not supposed to wear that. It doesn't really wash out either. What was going on with the Beanie Babies? Was there ever like a leather-bound Beanie Baby or like a silk? No, there was all like cheap.
They were all made out of pillowcase,
polyester,
filthy.
Right.
I love that you assume that the counterfeit Beanie Baby is like somebody was out there just making one out of the finest of luxury
But
silks.
that's what I'm saying. Like the authentics, the originals were never made from expensive textiles. I think. I remember them just feeling cheap.
I'm assuming this one's like fucking burlap or something. Like this one's human skin, and they're like, is it still real if it's a skin baby?
Like it's got like pubic hairs punched in for a wig.
There you go. The Necronomicon. The Necronomicon.
We should go
baby.
into business, Brockway.
Yeah, there we.
I think we have a winning idea here.
Custom Beanie Babies
Pubic hair
for
plug
warlocks.
teddy bears by Fryda and Brockway.
Just exclusively for witches and warlocks.
I'll pre-order some of those.
What was the answer?
The answer is yes, this was a counterfeit bear, but then she spends an entire third of a page saying, yeah, but don't worry about it. You should keep buying stuff from those people. Sometimes she doesn't want to throw the dealer under the bus because if you know anything about crypto, there's this thing I think they call FUD, where like anyone who's a little bit negative at all, they're like, get the fuck out of here. Stop saying anything negative. You're going to fucking burst this illusion that we have. And so she's doing that. She is like, everything's cool. Things like this happen. Don't even worry about it. Keep buying Beanie Babies. Please just keep buying Beanie Babies.
Don't question like why if this is something you enjoy. How are you getting like a counterfeit one at random? Maybe it's all bullshit. Don't go that far. Don't start putting the pieces together. Don't
thinking about.
Don't question the baby.
Like they're right to not to fight against this as a community. Like this the kind of toxic shit where you're like, oh no, what are we doing with our lives? Okay, next question. I recently bought a Liberty trademark, and in looking over the counterfeit digest, I have found nothing wrong with the bear except the tush tag. In the authentic picture of the tush tag, the TM is beside the word the, and on mine it is beside the word collection. I thought I had a counterfeit until I found the picture in your book with the authentic tush tag having the word beanie, Benin instead of beanie. My Liberty has beanie spelled right. Please let me know if this is a misprint or if I have a counterfeit. Okay, what do you think the answer is to that?
Nah, it's just fucked up. It's genuine. It's real.
That's exactly right.
What? They have misprint typos?
All the time.
Yeah, you told us at the start.
How
They're all
does that
fucked
happen? Don't they just set it and forget it? I mean, it's like stuff is computerized at this point.
Yeah,
this isn't like a fucking printing
work.
press. You got to load up the letters every time thing.
This
You
Willy
really do
Wonka
have to work to fuck up a mass-produced product. Like,
yeah. Take a minute. Hire, with all the billions you're making, hire somebody just to look the shit over. Does it say beanie? If it does, change it so it doesn't. Next question. I bought a beanie trademark at a local beanie show, no trademark, and when I got home, I noticed the word original, and the yellow star was spelled original. Did I buy a counterfeit?
genuine. Good shit. Solid shit.
At this point, I'm going with it. I'm genuine.
Yep. No, you did not. The misspelling is a mistake. Other spelling mistakes range from surface watch being spelled suffrace or suface wash to Gosport UK being spelled gasport before it was caught and corrected.
I remember on the documentary, like the official company Beanie Babies website was made by like literally a 16-year-old who was doing it like in after school hours. I remember this, like this very young, inappropriately young, should still be in school, and then they like hired her full time to like run the website. I wonder if they ever like announced these typos on the website, because how do you validate this stuff? Like, I feel like she's just lying out her ass with the toxic positivity so people keep buying it.
It's funny you say that because I came to the same conclusion when I saw the price guide. I was like, there is no way anyone could have done this research. This is a fucking woman talking out of her ass. And had to have been the number one authority in this community. Like, she had the number one magazine and wrote 80% of these 400 pages.
This is like evangelicals where it's like, no, the rapture's just been postponed.
Yep. Don't even worry about it. Let's do another question. You guys are getting good. In the January 99 issue, you asked about a Clubby trademark hang tag with Beanie's trademark printed in red on the back where the barcode should be. I have mine from last year, and it does not have the word Beanies, no trademark, in red on it. But my mom has one that does. Does one of us have a counterfeit? What do you think?
Genuine.
She's going to say counterfeit.
Nope. It is a tag variation, not a counterfeit.
Oh, my
She
God.
goes on about all of the typos that you get on tags.
Retroactively, we are not on the same team. We are against each other, and I'm winning. Go.
It's true, Fryda. You got to pick it up. I bought a Valentino at a show for $7. A friend told me it was counterfeit because it had a brown nose, and it was too cheap for a retired bear. Do you think I bought a counterfeit? What do you two think? Remember, you're on opposite teams now.
Counterfeit.
Genuine.
Brockway's right. Answer, you got a great buy.
Hell.
Valentino's supposed to have a brown nose, though most of the bears today have black noses. There are a few in the Beanie Babies All Rights Reserved collection with brown noses like Valentino trademark, Curly trademark, and Liberty trademark, and 1997 Teddy trademark.
Shit's fucked up. We don't know.
Yeah, they don't know. Sometimes the nose is a different color. We don't fucking care.
No consistency.
Yeah, I think you get it. That's the point I was trying to make, is that there is a huge counterfeit problem in this community and industry, and there's no way to tell
we're not
because
acknowledging it?
There's no quality control in the originals and authentic ones, and they're cheap as fuck to begin with. But they acknowledge the shit out of it, Fryda. There is so much of the media is dedicated to counterfeits. Like, I have several videos about counterfeit Beanie Babies. Next is the price guide, and it takes up dozens of pages. It's like a third of the magazine every issue. Here's the way the pricing works. Since there's no way for this woman to have gone over every internet auction and trade show, and like most medium-sized to big towns had at least one Beanie Baby store at this point in history. And so you don't know what they're charging. So she just says, if it's available, like if you can buy it at Walmart, it's $5. And if it's retired, it's $1,000. And those are the only two prices across every fucking toy.
All right. Yeah, that's absolutely just making it up.
Yep.
God damn it. I miss the 90s. I miss pre-super prevalent internet era where you could just, like, what are you going to do? Look it up? Probably not. I mean, technically at this point you could, but probably not.
Yeah. Where would you look it up?
like,
here. This is where you would look it up.
Yeah,
this is the phone
where you would
book
look it
of
up.
the thing.
God, it used to be so easy to just
So easy.
grift the holy shit out of anybody.
Yep.
I mean, technically it is still easy now. It's just, it used to be easy and not completely evil. Now you definitely have to like get a lot of people killed with your grift. You at least have to like vaporize the water of a farming village somewhere.
This price guide says it's a $5.99 value, which is just a funny thing to say in your magazine, that, hey, this part of the magazine is worth $6. It's just, to whom? I truly don't get.
And how much was the magazine in total?
The magazine was $6.99. So the magazine's basically just $1 because
Okay.
$5.99.
It was the rest of that shit worthless.
Almost worthless. And here's where you start to see that or at least I noticed that there's a lot of bears for AIDS and wars. This was before 9/11, but there are 9/11 bears. It really, as going through, it set this tone that these fucking dumb toys are these reverent shrines for the people we lost, and it isn't any fun. Like, there's a reason G.I. Joe didn't have a guy named AIDS, is my point. They all shared the same chlamydia, but again, that's fun.
I mean, I think Serpentor was like an STD, right? I'm pretty sure I got Serpentor at some point in college.
They took Hitler's gonorrhea and they mixed it with Genghis Khan's herpes, and that's how they made Serpentor.
And then gave it to a snake, and then gave it back to a human. Yes.
There's a news section in this price guide. Like, it's this little mini magazine inside the magazine, and it's all the same fucking news because there's nothing happening in the world of Beanie Babies.
But that's another magazine, baby. How much is that one worth?
Oh, definitely 26.47 value.
This is a fucking steal.
There's a profile on a minor league baseball player who collects Beanie Babies. I have it marked down for the page. I don't know if it's worth reading.
For sure the least liked player on that team. Do you guys keep hitting me with the ball because I collect Beanie Babies? It's like you're beaning me with the ball? Yeah, that's it. It's part of a fun nickname. Heads up.
Fryda, see if you can finish this headline. This minor league baseball player has
a wife who rammed him into bankruptcy from so many Beanie Baby purchases.
That's in the regular article. The headline has a major league Beanie.
I thought I was
collection.
finishing the headline.
Oh, you were finishing.
That was right there.
Is that real? Would you, look, this is before athletes were coming out as homosexuals in public. This is more shameful.
Funny you should say those exact words. I probably wouldn't have mentioned this, but I mean, I got a 6 out of 10 gaydar. It's not great. I sometimes am deep into a bathroom wrestling match before I notice a boner. I'm just like, oh, is this a sex thing? God damn it, buddy. I'm just... but yes, this guy's pinging my gaydar. This guy's here, his wife, and he has a big old Beanie Baby grin. And I'm like, okay, I could. Well, if this guy said he's gay, I'm like, well, yeah,
hoping
nobody's surprised.
I'm sure they're regulars at their church.
Yeah, you could also just go with they kind of have a church vibe. It says Sal and his wife Trina make the most out of his traveling schedule to augment the couple's growing Beanie Baby collection. One of Sal's prized finds was a princess bear. I gave it to my wife and told her that she was my princess, he said.
Oh,
That's the caption. That's the caption to the photo. I found a little gay.
They definitely have Shih Tzus.
All right. Since we're not on the same team, I'm going to take the opposite tack and say this guy is straight. It's just that he and his wife cannot have children.
Oh.
And this is how they're dealing with it.
That's really dark.
There's a sadness or a deception or both, just like with every Beanie Baby story, for sure.
But let's look them up. Let's figure it out.
Okay. No, we don't have to. Anyway, he's Sal Urso. We could look him up. Yeah, let's look him up. I'm kind of curious now.
Well, let's not do it. No, let's do it.
While we're waiting, I'm just curious. Brockway, you said you don't have kids, right?
No.
Do you collect Funkos?
No.
How are you coping?
How am I coping? Oh, with not having kids?
Yeah. Like, what are you collecting instead of debt?
Life experiences? I don't know. Just like enjoying peace?
There is something like, and I'm sorry to say this is going to get me, like, everything cancels me. It'll just get me canceled or something new. There is something incredibly disturbing if, like, I watch a random YouTube of someone and their backdrop is just like floor to ceiling, wall to wall. So many Funkos, there's no daylight. It's like Call Your Brothers concerting. It's too much because like Funko knows that people will buy any old thing. There's no limit, so you don't have to like restrain yourself. And if you have problems with restraint and shopping addiction or anything like that, you'll just keep going because they can be so affordable. Then also you can like jack them for like, you know, the odd, you go to a Comic-Con and they've got the limited edition. They do that all the time. I myself have, I believe, 4 Funkos, and they're all characters that I've voiced. Now, that's just narcissism that I'm enjoying because I don't get to be a toy every day. I've been a toy a few times, and that's great, but that's not going to be my whole career, and it's not, you know, I can't take them with me. They're just fun to be like, hey, I had a job once, now I'm unemployed acting.
I bet I can guess them. I bet the Mass Effect one.
Yeah, it's 3 of them are those because they're 3 different like head costumes.
That's going to make it easy. Then it's going to be.
You're not going to guess the 4th one though.
It's not Lady J. It's not. Wait, you were from that MOBA. Loba. Didn't you voice Loba? Is it Loba?
I did voice Loba from the MOBA.
Loba from the MOBA. It's Loba from MOBA. That's my final guess.
No, and I want to say it right, so I'm looking it up on my website real quick.
I couldn't verify that this
Is it Lila? Do you guys know Guardians
gay.
of the Galaxy well?
A little bit.
Is it Layla or Lila? I think it's Lila. There's this otter character. She's Rocket Raccoon's girlfriend.
Oh, sure. Of
from
course,
the comic books.
I even knew you voiced that, yeah.
Yeah, it's Lila. So, but she's spelled Lylla. So Telltale Games, which no longer exists, did some Guardians of the Galaxy games, and they had me be Lila the otter opposite Nolan North as Rocket. I was his girlfriend.
Pretty
and
awesome.
I'm going to tell the story now because you're looking up, potentially gay baseball players buying Beanie Babies. So this is one of the, I don't have like that many like bragging rights or things I'm going to put on my, this one's going on my fucking tombstone. So when I was still going to studios pre-COVID, I was going into, I think it was like for Trolls or something else. You pass like ships in the nights with other actors as they're like exiting a studio and you're going in the studio. So I passed Nolan North. He doesn't really know me personally. I was like, hey, I just recorded Lila. I was your girlfriend opposite. And he stopped me and he said, Telltale was good about this. Telltale would play, if you were in a scene with another actor, but because all the actors are recorded individually, they would play the other actors' pre-recorded stuff so you could play off of them like they were there, which was very helpful. And if you know the story at all, it's pretty tragic. Basically, they're like in an animal testing, like in the game, they were in an animal testing lab, and then Rocket makes it out. His girlfriend doesn't. It's a lot of feelings, and it's Telltale, so it was good storytelling. So Nolan North says to me, a nobody, he's like, "You were so good. You made me cry. I cried in the session. Good job." And I was like, "Fucking Nolan North said I made him cry. Fuck yeah." So that's one of my few feathers in my cap, for sure. So Lila and Rocket were sold as Funkos as a pair, and I have that as well. Because again, it's just not that many
Adorable.
things I've done are toys. But that's rad. Am I going to collect them? Hell no. First of all, I live in Los Angeles. I can afford this apartment. Space is limited.
Yeah. 4
Otherwise, it
Funkos,
becomes an
that's half
unlivable
your
hoarding
floor.
situation. There's just I can't do floor to ceiling anything. I
I'm
buy
going to
a
go
lot
buy
of
all your
art.
Funkos, Frida. Yeah, I think you made a sale. I don't know how much of a cut you get of that.
Yeah, I think you would have to. I think people would give you money to buy them because R.I.P. Andromeda didn't do very well, and I think very few people played necessarily those Guardians of the Galaxy games, which is also why Telltale no longer exists. Games in general are somewhere below sea level.
I heard that they did well, but that was a totally separate drama. Like that company went under from the same dark capitalism that's fucking everything up.
Yeah. So no, people. I don't think this ever happened with Beanie Babies, but people would probably pay you to take these Funkos off their hands.
All right, listeners.
Got any misprints in there? Any?
Yeah, they spelled it Lila.
Is it like
I wish then I could resell them.
Wylol?
Okay, well, this next feature after the probably not gay baseball player, this one just says remembering Columbine.
Oh no!
And when I say remembering Columbine, it happened about 4 or 5 months before this was fucking printed. So like back in '99, that was the same news cycle. Like no one had forgotten. That was still on TV most nights. It's fucking crazy. And they did make a Columbine bear. I wasn't exaggerating earlier when I said they made a lot of bears based on tragedies.
Does he have the trench coat? The little bear trench coat?
Oh, God, Jesus. Keep it in, Jamie. I want them to know he said that. They have one of the survivors holding up the bear. And the caption, I swear to God, I used this in the article. It just says, Lance Kirkland holds up a Columbine remembrance bear. Kirkland was shot in the face last April at Columbine High School. That's the delicate way they put this brave survivor of a horrible tragedy. Like, this dude got shot in the face. Bye.
You hold up the bear?
This magazine it's so fucking crazy. And the rest of the magazine is it's just about weird losers bringing Beanie Babies to sick kids in old folks' homes. And some of it seems like it's attached to charity, but they never mention how or how much money they raised or if it's any way related to this magazine.
So I was going to ask, like, is there any mention, Sean, like for stuff like the Columbine bear, the HIV bear, is there any mention of like profits being funneled towards charity?
I feel
like a percentage of sales, anything?
Hold on, a specific charity. I don't want to hear to charity.
Not like a Trump Foundation or something.
Charity works in our finance department.
Let me look it up. I feel like that would be front and center, right? If these guys were good journalists.
Yes, you would have to say the actual name of the actual charity.
Because nothing espouses goodwill like money. It's money. You can't just like, oh, that's so nice you made a thing. No, send the fucking money.
You're not going to believe this. The first page is just explaining what Columbine was, just a matter of fact, the murderous rampage, and then no mention of charity for the bear. Okay, hold on. The bear can be ordered by sending check or money order to Kids Creations Inc. Or calling, blah, blah, blah. Each bear retails for $10.95 each, plus $3.95 shipping handling. No mention of charity.
That's so gross.
Pure
That's bold to not even
profiteering.
pretend.
Yeah.
God, to not even not even to
Not
say
even
like some
not even like a
profits.
fun for the survivors. Like nothing specific. Nothing. That's so
Nothing.
gross.
It is. Just give us $11 because we're remembering Columbine, the thing like currently on your TV.
So that means when the survivor, after the photographer was done saying, "Can you hold the bear up closer to the gunshot wound on your face? I want to get both in the photo." He asked, "Hey, where are the funds for this going to?" And the photographer said, "Me, us."
Yep.
No, not even a lie to tell them. Just us. Just the Beanie Baby Corporation. What are you, stupid?
I'm going to skip this next issue. I did bring 3 that we're not going to get to any of these. The next one, they started doing a thing where it's a lot of reader photos, just pictures of random people holding up a few Beanie Babies. There's a page asking for people to do this. It explains how to take a picture of you with your kid. It's not a contest. They just want pictures of your kids.
You're not allowed to ask that. I don't think you're legally allowed to ask that in the 90s.
There's also that page was on page 32, which is where the table of contents said the counterfeit digest would be. So it's appropriate in a way because we've been tricked by a scoundrel to send them pictures of our kids while looking into counterfeiting. But yes, the counterfeiting is basically like, watch out for the washed out orange color rather than a vibrant color. That makes an inauthentic Digger the Crab. And that exact tip is repeated 16 more times. Each different toy gets a full page. It's 16 toys saying, get the brighter colored version of these 2 toys.
Don't read into this, but how much was the magazine with all the children's photos? Just the one with the children's photos?
Oh, now that you mention it, $85.99. None of the proceeds going to charity.
God, this is such a bargain.
This one also had a 2-page feature on a child actress who owns several Beanie Babies. And she would go on to star as George Michael's forgettable girlfriend, Anne, on Arrested Development. But only once. This is not Mae Whitman. This was the girl that played Anne for 1 episode of Arrested Development. That's what passes for a Beanie Baby featured celebrity. That person, that actress I mentioned before, she was a star. Let's see. There's a 4-page feature on plexiglass cases to imprison your little beanies in the Phantom Zone. And then a lot more of something they call Mary Beth's Helping Hand now, which is just sad pictures from weird events where someone had a Beanie Baby, maybe. I don't think there's charity involved in a lot of these. I think they're unrelated to the magazine most of the time. It's just like if the Cincinnati Bengals brought pizza to orphans, like this magazine would run a story on it and sort of say like, sort of try to glom onto that. Like, what a fun way to get pizza to kids. You're like, all right, but were you involved? Were there Beanie Babies there? Why are you talking about it?
Did you at least give them Beanie Babies? It feels like the least you could do. I mean, they don't want them. Children never wanted them, but you make the token effort. Maybe give them to the nurses?
This one, I did find a really very, very strange column. Mary Beth has like letters to the editor, but she also answers reader mail. Then she'll have another column about whatever, and then a column about counterfeits, and then usually a column about the industry and the news. This, I think, if I'm correct, is her 7th column of the issue. And it just says, if I were Ty Warner. And it is basically an open letter to the CEO of Beanie Babies. It's 10 lists. I don't think I'm going to read all of them. But the first one is make yourself more accessible and user-friendly to your public. Because, he's just...
Well, hold on. No, hold on. Make a person user-friendly to the public?
She's not a good writer. She just likes Beanie Babies.
I wish I could use you in an easier way.
Yes.
Fellow person.
This is the guy who fucking sued her magazine to make it change its name.
And has any of her feedback stopped suing me?
Let's see.
If I were Ty Warner, I'd stop suing Mary Beth.
Here's the second thing she would do if she was Ty Warner. She'd bring out some fresh design ideas and new Beanie Babies. I would do all this better. I'd have way cooler and newer ideas. Number 3 is to create unique teeny ideas for the next McDonald's teeny beanie promotion. So that's not a bad idea. Work with McDonald's. Fryda, you worked with McDonald's. And it probably went really well for you.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I don't work with McDonald's. I work with, like, if anybody's old enough to have watched Mad Men, I work with the marketing people who work at the outsourced marketing place that McDonald's hires to pump out commercials. I've never worked with, like, McDonald's corporate. But the marketing people.
You never met Grimace?
No, I've never met Grimace or the Hamburglar.
I did absolutely picture like Mayor McCheese cutting your checks.
Great work, Fryda.
That would be something.
Yeah, I legitimately, that's what I pictured. When you're like, I've got this McDonald's commercial. I pictured him just tearing off a little check from his burger-shaped, I assume, checkbook.
I wish it were that fun. No. No, but the people I work with are lovely. I mean, mostly my claim to fame with that, I'll always say is, like, I get to be bumped up with, like, Brian Cox of, like, Succession and Super Troopers. Another, like, again, none of these people know I'm alive. It's a miracle that I even got to, like, let Nolan North know that I'm alive. Brian Cox doesn't know I'm alive. But it's nice to, like, share scenes and things with people who are very cool, and they don't have to meet me.
Brian Cox and I talk about you all the time.
Amazing.
It's probably for the best he doesn't know you're alive. I feel like if you brought up the McDonald's commercial that he did, he would beat the shit out of you.
No, he's been doing it for years and years and years and years. He loves it. It's easy. It's easy work. Mindless work. He makes the Filet-O-Fish sound sexy.
If I went up to him at a I don't know, a convention or an awards show or something, was like, I love your work in the McDonald's commercial, I feel like he'd punch me straight in the gut like Houdini.
Yeah.
He'd say very Scottishly, thanks, and I love the money. And he'd move on.
Mm-hmm. I would definitely act really drunk and go, I'm naked.
Like, it's kind of in this and, like, in the like influencer, everybody just wants to get sponsored climate. It's really weird to hear about pre-social media people of any sort of elevated visibility. So, like, professional athletes, actors, or whatever, going out of their way to say that they collect independently a thing, because these days you try to be pictured with a thing once, hoping that you can hook that company or whatever and then get paid to post on Instagram or TikTok or whatever with that thing, versus being a genuine fan. That's very, very rare. I was thinking about that. Like, I was watching Lily Allen just put out an amazing, if you fuck with a songwriter and you break her heart, she's going to make an incredible album. And she did. And I watched a retrospective, and she talked about how, like, she had a long-standing work relationship with Karl Lagerfeld, who's dead, who was the director of Chanel. When the second she started making money, her Beanie Baby Labubus were Chanel bags. And so she'd go out and, like, paparazzi take photos as she's, like, at the end of the night, drunk, getting into the car. And, like, somebody showed a photo to Karl Lagerfeld, and he's like, what? Like, when did we start sending this nobody bags? And they're like, we're not sending her bags. She's buying them. And they were like, oh. And so then they had her, like, perform on, like, runway shows, and, like, they would send her clothes and send her bags and stuff.
Okay.
And she had to do it. She was doing it before anybody else. This is Y2K. So it's so crazy to hear about, like, maybe not, like a Lily Allen pop star heading up Glastonbury level people, but still, like, anybody who's doing something at professional level, doing this, not reaching out to the company first, being like, do you want me to, like, carry my Beanie Baby around in, like, a bag, and, like, paparazzi can take a photo, and, like, we can make something together? It's weird. Because it's just not how anybody does things now. It's only the peasants. It's only, the proletariat who collect things, and everybody else just wants to be seen with it and paid.
It is kind of how they did things then, but, like, the Beanie Babies was just, like, totally the reverse of the energy. Like, they're like, please just hold up the Beanie Baby and we'll tell people you touched it. No, I'm not doing that.
No, I hate these. They give you throat cancer.
No, specifically, can we get the kid who was shot in the face to hold up the Beanie Baby next to his face? Perfect. Hold it there. Got it.
Yep, hold it. Yes. Oh, that's going to sell 7s of fucking bears.
I mean, he's not Lily Allen famous, but he's who we could get.
So I'm going to speed run to the end of this because we're wrapping up. At this point in the market, Pokemon was becoming very popular. And it was making at least Mary Beth really insecure. So there was a lot of feature articles about how Pokemon's just this stupid fad. When I say a lot, I mean like 2 to 3 every issue. Just like, it's cool. People like it. But, like, it's not like Beanie Babies. This shit's going to stick around forever. Beanie Babies. Pokemon is it's going away. So I did send you 2 images. Fryda, if you want to read the Beanie's number 1 in the email I sent, just the headline.
Yeah. This isn't, I mean, then this is a photo of Miss Mary Beth.
Uh-huh. That's Mary Beth.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
She looks like what you pictured, right?
That's what you picture. For those who can't see, she is a white lady with a very showing upper teeth smile. She definitely runs the HOA in her suburb, and she's got a very 90s past shoulder length blunt cut with some light feathery bangs and a zip-up polo, which is red.
Beautifully described.
She's every woman of every Karen in America. Anyway, the headline is fast fad or long term. Popular toy crazes like Pokemon may come and go, but beanies are here to stay. Pokemon. It's seen at the movies, on television, on snacks, lunchboxes, backpacks, sleeping bags, trading cards, and board games, and is the most talked about craze since Beanie Babies. And then starts with Beanbag World has been flooded with questions about Pokemon, and then immediately she's definitely sets it up immediately as like a head-to-head competitor. It is a threat.
And I feel like
Terminator
it has
threat.
to be because, like, if you've been to a hobby store, right, you go there and the guy opened the store because he loves comic books, right? And then it's like, but kids only buy fucking Magic cards or Pokemon cards, and then Funko Pop or whatever. And then suddenly the store is just Funko Pop. And you're like, yeah, this sucks. And she can feel that. She can feel Pokemon like eating her industry alive, even though they're not even head-to-head competitors. These are wildly different markets, but like to her credit, she was right. I just picked up a new Pokemon game this week and I'm playing the shit out of it with my daughter, and I haven't seen a Beanie Baby in the wild in probably 30 years. So I don't know.
Almost like tying them to anything else aside from existing as a resource. It makes them last and beloved to children and people everywhere. If only somebody could have foreseen that.
That infected all of her writers. So most of her writers would come in with like, hey, Pokemon's fine, but it's not as good as Beanie Babies. I did clip one thing where there's a writer named Lauren Pickens for the magazine. She said, quote, "I don't have any fancy statistics to prove my point, but I do know what I have seen with my own eyes." And then, notably, she does not make a point for about 5 paragraphs and then explains that one time she had these 2 bears that she got for $4 and sold them for $15. And then a month later, she read that they were worth much more. She told the story like she blew it. She's like, don't be like me. Don't sell your toys at a massive profit, because like there's more of a secondary market. At least there was. I think Ty Warner sued the secondary market frequently, so it was really hard to like stay stable in that industry. But yeah, all of them make the same predictions that Pokemon's going to go, blah, blah, blah. I did take one clip from this that's just so weird I had to read it. This article is called Smart Surfing. When the Ty Inc. website is down, consider the alternatives. During the period in September when several Beanie Baby retirements were announced, many collectors reported problems accessing the Ty Inc. website. Internet users would type in http://www.ty.com and receive messages that the site was inaccessible due to heavy web traffic. What's a collector to do? Okay, here's their advice. First, try to log on using another domain name, the name by which a web server is known to the internet. At press time, the Ty website could be accessed using any of the following. And then there's all these like mirror sites that they list. You can go to railroad.ty.com, blah, blah, blah. It is, I'm not exaggerating, 3 pages of that. Are you trying to go to railroad.ty.com?
Yep, site not found.
Okay. Well, this article has many, many more options for you to try.
Hold on, let me just try something really quick. Pokemon.com. Oh, loads right up.
Oh, Mary Beth wasn't right. Okay. I attached one last thing. Fryda, there was another image attached to the email. I want you to just open it. You can do whatever you want with it. If you refuse to accept it, we could just end the show right here.
Can I describe it first?
Yeah, I just wanted other people to know it exists. When I found that, I'm like, no one's going to believe me that this exists. But yes, please.
So, I mean, it's titled Mary Beth's Beanie Genie. I mean, she really wants you to know that this is hers. That's at the top in colorful letters, and then in wiggly letters, perhaps like smoke, it says, "My Ty," and underneath, "Sung to the tune of my guy." And it's a manipulated image of Ty. What's his last name?
Warner.
Ty Warner. It sounds so much like Time Warner. I feel like I'm hallucinating. But
Yeah.
Ty Warner, not to be confused with Time Warner, is dressed as a genie. Was he dressed as a genie, or did she put it on his head? Who knows? But it looks not photoshopped. I'm guessing Mary Beth wasn't a big photoshopper. But he's got a genie hat on. He's sort of smiling. It looks like this photo's taken outside. They've dissolved from the shoulders down into like genie smoke, and it's going into a very Aladdin lamp, which has engraved on it the Beanie Genie. Dear God.
Can I steal the description?
Sure.
It's our good friend Michael Swaim, and he's dressed like a stripper, dressed like a genie, on his way to surely ask a bachelorette party if they would like to rub to make a wish.
Yeah. I think Ty Warner's getting the better end of that description, but it's a good way to describe it.
Gotta wonder if Mary Beth rubbed and made a wish. Anyway.
I'm sure she did. The love that is put into this.
This is the man who has sued her at least 2 times.
Yes.
And
somehow
everyone
the
she
suing
knows.
makes it hotter.
I'm glad you saw it, so I know it exists and I didn't hallucinate it.
I wish I knew how the song starts because I would just launch into this because I'm an asshole.
It goes, nothing you could say goodbye to boot the back.
Oh, Christ. Well, now you've done it. Okay. Nothing on eBay can tear me away from my tie. Nothing you could do, 'cause I'm stuck like glue to my tie. I'm sticking to my tie. I don't know how it goes. I'm sticking to my tie like early to his feathers, like Willard and his weather. We stick together. I'm telling you from the start, I won't be torn apart from my tie. And it's the whole fucking song,
Unless
guys.
he sues me.
It's the whole song.
You have such a beautiful voice, Fryda.
And that's how I choose to use it because sometimes I make money and Mama's got to have it.
Mm-hmm.
We got so much free voice out of you.
For the
For my
darkest
friends.
of... Oh, it's beautiful.
For free voice for my friends anytime. Although as a joke.
We used it for evil, as always.
Happy to. Nobody else does. Well, I'm selling McDonald's. When in the house, when Joe asks me to do something, it's even worse. If he asks me to do something, I'll just say money, please, and hold up my hand. But especially now, I haven't been recurring on a show, an animated show in a long time. When you're a recurring character or lead character on a show, you have weekly recordings to the point where you're it's great because you love having work, but you get tired of it. It's a workout, and then you get trained up like a racehorse, and now all that adrenaline has to go somewhere. And it's not so much as being an asshole, but I will just be a crazy, insane, annoying, random characters will come out at me. There's no one to unleash them on besides the 2 cats and the dog and the husband. And he'll just be like, please get on a show. Please get on a show.
Just do it.
To direct that elsewhere.
Anywhere.
Because, he's not my audience. Fair enough.
Please get in your I wish I could tell my wife to get in a soundproof booth. Oh.
Cue the sitcom credits.
No, I love my wife.
Because she talks to you like a normal person. She's not for first-time listeners of me, if you don't know, because I used to say this more before, my husband Joe is a Scottish import. I imported him on a fiancé visa, and for a long time, still to this day, people were like, do you have a hard time understanding his accent? No, bitch, I got to put on his. I have to put on his accent for him to understand me, to the point where, if I'm just feeling cunt, I'm like, oh, my name's Joe and I sound like this. I want my wife to go places on time, but I'm not I also don't want you to look nice. Anyway, I just do a
And he
really
doesn't like
horrible. Doesn't enjoy it, weirdly. Has no respect for my talents because I use them to annoy him.
I think it's
By
great.
doing his accent purely. Anyway.
That one was me.
Please, if you're out there and you have an animated show, hire me. Save a man.
That's a good plug.
His life is in your hands.
You sing the Ty Warner parody song, you do a Scottish accent, and then
I'm not. No,
all the casting
that's not going
agents
on
are
my
like,
website.
oh, she's got the
That's
goods.
not my new demo. That's not my new demo. Absolutely not. There is. I'm disconcertingly. I started reading through this. No. Oh, I don't know how this part of the song goes, but I'm just going to read it. As a matter of addiction, I just can't stop. My opinion is Ty's the cream of the crop. As a matter of taste, to be exact. The tag's ideal when it's left intact. Oh, again with the tax. Bitch, you don't know what a counterfeit is. We have established that.
Hold on. What could that mean? This song isn't about Beanie Babies. This song is about Ty Warner. Mm-hmm. It's that she's saying very specifically, I hope he's uncircumcised.
Did you see the next verse though, Brock? No muscle-bound man could ever get his hands on my tie. It's no disgrace. Nothing will take the place of my tie.
Muscle-bound man? Muscle-bound man could take tie from you?
Yeah, muscle-bound man could ever get his hands on my tie.
If they're doing a guy-girl situation, like it's the guys stay on opposite sides of the girl. We all have to operate under rules, and that's hers. Like you want to establish that early.
Obviously, you want the muscle-bound man to be circumcised so that you can run the gamut.
Obviously.
That's what they call it, running the gamut.
Obviously.
Just out of curiosity, if someone who's just like a real big 1-900 hot dog head wrote and recorded this and sent it to you all, how would you respond? Or has someone already?
Severely negatively.
I tend to appreciate like weird acts of insanity that we inspired. Yeah, like especially if it's artistic. This wouldn't be. This would be
much like Ty Warner. I would sue them.
Yeah, I'd join in on that lawsuit. It'd be a class action lawsuit against them. The entire staff of 1-900 Hot Dog against them.
And on that note, don't send anything to 1-900 Hot Dog. No dolls made from pubic hair, please.
Well, no, we could use some of those if you don't mind.
Unless your tag's intact.
Einstein, 100, Frankfurt.